Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerdpocalypse Podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hello.
And Terrence.
What's up?
All right, guys, we are back on the eve of D23, so we will have a lot of shit to talk about in reference to Marvel and Star Wars and all things Disney next week. But we do have a couple.
Do you want to talk about the rumors? Oh, you already have. You already have it there. I should probably pay attention.
Yeah, you started reading the docket.
I should probably pay attention to the docket.
Yeah, that's wild that I work on that and you do nothing to read it. Sad.
Well, guess what? You don't pay me to read it. Get out of here.
I pay you occasionally to read it. Occasionally.
I will read it once a year.
Okay, that's fair. That's not bad. Like when I send you your $55 that we've earned, then yeah, there you go. All right, so checked out this week. Somebody finally got to watch Thor: Love and Thunder.
It was me.
Okay, what were your thoughts?
It's fine. I didn't hate it, didn't love it. I think the thing about this movie is I getting a little tired of Taika Waititi's comedy.
Okay.
It's good in moderation, but like this was like a romantic comedy, and like I didn't really laugh a lot. Surprisingly, the love story part I dug a little bit more with him and Jane Foster.
Yeah,
it was interesting because I didn't think I would, and it wasn't a lot of it. Honestly, it was kind of like a love story between him, his hammer, and Jane Foster. That was kind of funny. Those goats, I'm like, this shit ain't funny.
You didn't laugh at the goats? You didn't laugh at the goats? Goats? You didn't say like, goats for the win when you finished that fucking movie like some asshole did at our screening?
Goats for the win.
Goats for the win. Shut the this is what's wrong with you people.
Was that Taika Waititi screaming as the goats? I feel like it was him.
I don't know. It
sounded like his voice. I don't know. Yeah, that shit was obnoxious. I don't like obnoxious comedy. I hate it. And that's what a lot of this was to me personally. But yeah, I wasn't really. I like Ragnarok better. I did like the sequence with the kids towards the end. The fight sequence with the kids.
Yeah, that was fun.
Them his power. That was cute. The fight between him and Gore, which didn't really have enough screen time at all. I didn't like. He was like a half a character.
He wasn't.
I understood his motivation. His motivation wasn't wrong. I mean, it wasn't the worst motivation in the world. You know, like God's the dickheads. They don't give a fuck about you. So, but he was completely underdeveloped. Didn't really, and he looked silly to me.
Did you like Bale's performance or no?
Bale is always fine. Bale is good in everything. But he just didn't have enough to do.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that felt like a biggest shame to me.
Yeah, he was in the beginning, and then he was gone for like 45 minutes. And I'm like, okay. And they just kind of implied that he was killing gods, but didn't actually show it. I'm like, how powerful is he with the sword? I can't really tell. I just know he just killed a bunch of gods. Yeah, I didn't really. It was fine. A little disappointing, honestly. And it was really quick though. It flew by. It was sub 2 hours, but it flew by, so that was good. Because I don't know how much more I could have took of that comedy.
Fair enough.
Honestly, to be perfectly honest with you, it was fine.
Yeah, I like it. It's really funny because I thought after Ragnarok they had figured out exactly the like levels of comedy and seriousness,
the sweet spot,
and they overcorrected in this. They really did. Yeah. So
there was one part in Ragnarok where the comedy I felt was really out of place, and I'll never forget it. Right, Ragnarok. End of the world, right? And it's when all the Asgardians are on the ship and they're watching the world be destroyed by Surtur or whatever his name is, and it's an emotional scene and it's somber, and then Taika Waititi's Korg character like farts or cuts a joke or something like that. Oh, yep, it's or some shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Yo, you just killed all the fucking dramatic tension, yo. Like, like now's not a time to be laughing, yo. Like
Right.
the world just blew up. and and they did that throughout this
Right.
Love and Thunder.
Yeah, it's really funny because
like, this one has cancer. And there's one scene where she's in the bathroom or some shit like that. She breaks the sink with the hammer, and then like a joke pops up. I'm like, the fuck? Okay.
yeah,
Sure.
it's funny because of all of the Thor stories that we've seen, you know, as like the solo adventures. This one actually deserved the most serious take. Right?
Yeah,
like of all of them, considering Jane is dying and all this other stuff. Like, yeah, there's like the normal Marvel level of comedy, which I think we're all used to and fine with. But yeah, this one, it felt like it cranked it a little too high. If they had like gone to Ragnarok or even cranked it back a little bit, I think that would have been more appropriate. Well, let me ask you this. Would you want Taika Waititi to come back for a fifth one or no? Like if you're getting the quality of Ragnarok, let's say.
I don't need a fifth Thor movie.
Okay, I think that's a reasonable response.
I don't care.
If he was coming,
I don't need a fifth Thor movie.
Yeah, I feel like if he's going to stick around, he just should be in the Avengers movies and pop up in other people's movies at this point.
Yeah.
Right. So,
that would be fine.
Yeah,
especially because like what, you're gonna have his daughter in the movie now? You
right? Like how much of that? Right.
I just I don't know.
Like, would it be a buddy comedy at that point? Like,
right. I don't think I
don't think I want that. Right. I was like, I don't think I want that.
I don't want that.
Like, I'm fine.
I don't want that. I just want Chris Hemsworth to be Hulk Hogan, so I can watch the Hulk Hogan movie.
I mean, I'm looking forward to that. I'll be honest.
I very much am, and I want them to portray Hulk Hogan for the asshole dickhead that he is. So,
with his hot dog colored skin and Chinese hair,
right? I don't know how he's going to be Hulk Hogan because like Hulk Hogan's a big dude, right? Like he's got a big upper body, but like Hulk Hogan had a big lower body too, right? Like his move, his finishing move was the atomic leg drop, right? Like
we've all seen his pencil thin legs. Like,
yeah, I don't think the atomic stick drop is the same thing. You know what I mean? Like that's not gonna have the same effect.
Yeah, that's gonna be a weird. He actually is portraying him. It's gonna be coming out. That's coming out eventually.
Yes,
that's the thing. Yeah, that's part of the reason why he's getting as big as he is to be Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
How tall was Hogan?
6'2", 6'3"?
No, Hogan.
Like he was built at like 6'5", 6'6" or something like that.
There's no way he was that big, was he?
Oh, he was a big fucking dude.
He was a big dude, but like jumping up and landing on your vertebrae for
he's lost like 3
years.
inches.
It compressed his spine.
Yeah. Well, people normally just get shorter anyway.
Yeah, and he's literally lost like 3 inches in height over the years.
Apparently, Hulk Hogan is 6'7". Apparently, Hulk Hogan is 6'7". That's a bunch of bull. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what the fuck I'm talking about, yo.
6'7".
Hulk Hogan is a fucking liar, dude. The Rock, when they fought at WrestleMania, has always been billed as 6'5", and they were looking dead at each other. So how are you now 6'7", Hogan? Fuck you, dude. God.
No. Hold on. In fairness, Hulk Hogan is 6'7". Terry Bollea is 6'3". Hulk Hogan has a 10-inch penis. Terry Bollea does not. How they got that nigga on camera to say that shit in a courtroom was wild. No, Hulk Hogan has a 10-inch penis.
And he thought he nailed it too. He thought
it's like that's fucking ironclad fucking
brother.
Ironclad fucking loitering right there. Good Lord. So I did watch a little bit of Rings of Power. This is the Lord of the Rings show on Amazon. I wanted to be able to talk about it this week. Here's the thing with Rings of Power. If you liked the Peter Jackson or were interested in the Peter Jackson Lord of the Rings movies in any serious way, you will like this series. Unless you're a bigot. And you're like, black people are in it. Like, that's different, right? Those people have a mental disorder. But if you're just like a fan of the Lord of the Rings stuff that Peter Jackson did, I don't see how you can't like this. It feels very similar, like extremely similar in design and everything else. It's not even really, it's like its own take on Lord of the Rings. Like it feels exactly like in every way, like the Peter Jackson movies. It's beautiful. Like it is beautifully done because they spent like $500 million on the first season. It's crazy expensive. But the action sequences are cool. Like the CGI of like, there's a fight with a snow troll, which is really well done, like incredibly well done. Yeah, it's kind of dope. And I like the story. The story is, before the Lord of the Rings movies start, hundreds of years before that. And one of these characters that you actually do know as a younger person, like going around kicking ass trying to find Sauron. So yeah, it's dope. And there's like a black elf, like he's there. So like, kind of looks like that Ray Jean guy, but it's a different dude. Some other light skinned dude, I don't know.
Man, all them elves look alike, man.
Some sort of Albie Shore-ish like elf. I don't know. But yeah, if you like the Peter Jackson Lord of the Rings stuff, which I do, yeah, I think you'll like it. Like if you're waiting to be like, is it any good? Yeah, it's pretty good. It's actually very good, and it's well done.
I watched 5 minutes of it and was like, oh yeah, I didn't watch any of the Lord of the Rings and just turned it off. Like, this looks fine, but I don't care.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like,
it does look good.
Like I have to say, like if you're just like, I'm going to start here, that feels like a mistake. No. Like that feels like a mistake. Yeah. But if you are like, if you're interested, you should watch the 7,000 hours of the Lord of the Rings trilogy first, then watch this. It has a little bit more meaning. But again, if you're a fan of those movies, I don't see why you wouldn't be a fan of this. So, best thing I can say about it. She-Hulk Attorney at Law, episode 4. She-Hulk fucks a guy. Is what the title of this episode should be. I mean, that guy was winning there for a hot minute, then he turned out to be a real piece of shit too. Yeah, I like this episode. I couldn't place the Donnie Blaze character. I couldn't place the actor at first. Then I realized he's the douchebag director from a couple episodes of Entourage, who I hated when he was on that show. Like, I hated that character. But he's good. He was good in this. Like, he plays a fucking D-bag. But again, it's another screwball comedy episode. I enjoyed it for what it was.
Yeah, it was fine. It felt like a filler episode, right?
Yeah, before they get to this.
And I don't even know if it is a filler episode. Because I don't know where the series is going. Like, it might just be this for the rest of the show. Which is fine, right? Like something light, a different type of comedy, right? Like I'm not one of those people that like think that women can't be funny. Just, they're not funny in stand-ups. That's all. I'm just playing.
I'm not. Go ahead.
No, I think I thought the episode was pretty fun. It was the drunk girl was annoying to me. But
I think that's kind of the point,
right? Like not to the point where I'm like, I got to turn this off,
right?
I hope that all everybody from the He-Man Woman Haters Club that like hates women in anything and thinks that all men in this show are portrayed as fucking evil or some shit. Look, there's a woman right there who is portrayed as a bit of a dummy.
Yes, it's like a buffoon,
a vapid dummy, right? Yeah. So. Like it goes both ways, guys.
Yeah.
I like how she said, "Oh, hey, I love Wong. He's like a Twitter barrier for a week."
Yeah, that was pretty funny. That was pretty funny.
Which awful lot of forethought because they're not filming these things week to week.
Right.
But yeah, it was cute. I dug it.
All right, go ahead, Terrence. Your thoughts? You fucking fine. Hater.
This is not. I don't. I'm going to continue to watch it, but it's not really my type of comedy. This court scene was funny. Yeah, I got nothing. I don't really.
Yeah, this ain't
It's fine.
for
It's
you.
not for me. It isn't. It's not, and it's fine.
I
I don't hate it. I'm not like, oh, women. I'm like, no, it's just not for me.
right. And
But I want to
it's
see where
like-
it goes.
it would be-
I have
it
no
would be
clue
like-
where the fuck this is going, but that's pretty much
It would be like watching Lifetime. You know what I mean? Like, like
Television
it's
for
literally
women?
called. Yeah, it's literally called TV for women. Like, it's not. You know,
Where all
If
the
it's not
shows
for
are
you, it's
women
not for
being
you.
beaten for some fucking odd reason.
yeah,
Right.
women for some
Lifetime is
reason
fucking
love.
bizarre.
Like, you
women
know
for
that
some
show
reason
You
love,
started
like-
there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, because it's fucking odd, man. They love watching like Snapped and you know, like
Is that the one where women kill their husbands or boyfriends or some shit?
yeah, like because they're abused. They like all women are taking notes on that shit. You know
They're
what I
like,
mean?
oh, is that how you hide a body? All right, bet.
Right.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
get
what
it.
you do with a dusty? Like, oh my god,
I don't even know what that means.
a dusty nigga. That's what it means.
Oh, okay.
That's
Sorry.
a divester term.
Oh, I see. Got it. All right. You're well into the divest verse or whatever. Yeah, look, let me ask you a question. Do you think that the way that they play this character is sort of a screwball comedy character, do you think that is indicative of what she will be in the movies, or do you think they'll kind of serious her up a little bit?
I think she'll be in her own. I think she'll be in her, like, she'll be in it, but she won't be the focus. And because she won't be the focus of a movie, I'm assuming she'll be in a team up movie. I don't think she'll be in a She-Hulk movie.
Yeah, I doubt it.
So I think she will be. I think she will be played like Deadpool in Deadpool 2. Deadpool 2 was an ensemble cast, and Deadpool was still kind of Deadpool, right? But you know, he would still kind of wink and nod at the camera, and he would let you know what was up. I think they're going to do that with She-Hulk.
That makes sense.
I don't see them like Wong is in her world, so that's why Wong is kind of like silly. But
Yeah,
outside of her world, like Wong is going to be super serious, you know, like a hard ass again.
Right. See, that's my impression too. Like, I don't think that these shows lock them into how the characters are portrayed once they move up to the movies. I don't think so at all. I think it's just like, this is a screwball comedy and that's the genre this show is. So we play to that. And then like, once they get up to the big leagues, things change as the stakes get more serious. Sure, they'll have like quipping moments and stuff like that. But I think it's largely like what you're saying, which is like, she'll be herself, but like the world around her will just kind of pull her to be a little bit more serious, at least.
There's a Deadpool comic that so when people were trying to defend Thor Ragnarok, or not Ragnarok, Love and Thunder, by saying like, well, or people would say, well, Thor wouldn't act like this, and then people would defend it by showing a panel of Thor like dancing or ice skating with Luke Cage,
Right.
and it turns out that panel was from a Deadpool book. Right? Like, it's the same thing, right? Like, if those characters come into his world, like, wacky shit can happen. But Deadpool, outside of his world, outside of his books, like, he's still, like, Deadpool, but, like, Thor ain't dancing with Luke Cage, you know what I mean?
It's a
like,
hell of a lot more serious.
Right.
Like,
So-
I like, the Deadpool example leading, like, going into other people's books is a really good example because, like, I remember like reading Deadpool books and being like, okay, this is fucking stupid, and it's not for me. It's just not the type of comedy. Like, I enjoy the movies, but the books themselves, I'm not a huge fan of. But then he was in X-Force, and I remember a scene where I forget who was writing it, but like Archangel is dying or got really fucked up or whatever, and so to like help him regenerate, he just cut off some of his skin and was feeding it to him, like unbeknownst to him, and he was, or cutting his flesh, and he was like, you know, like, what is this? And he was just like, nah, it's nothing. But it was like a super fucking serious taken scene, but Deadpool still kind of being like winking a nod, like, yeah, I'm gonna do something fucking weird. But it was just taken much more serious because it's an X-Force book, right? So, like, I think that's likely what's happening is you're gonna see these characters move from different worlds. serious up a little bit. Maybe you get a like Wong or something like that who comes into her world and is kind of a goofball. It's fine. It's totally fine. I think people forget that's how comic books work. So I'm sure, I haven't seen it online, but I'm sure people are upset about how Wong is acting, right? But they don't really realize what's happening.
You say forget, I say they never knew, because like they didn't, and I'm not saying you got to be like a comic expert to like this stuff, but like stop invoking Stan Lee's name when I saw someone say, well, Stan Lee wouldn't approve of how She-Hulk is being handled.
You don't know that.
And then, first of all, Stan Lee was a super liberal. Like, he was super liberal. He was super progressive. He was the guy that created the X-Men. The allegory for oppressed people in the 60s and 70s. And he had his soapbox where he would just be like, yo, it's like, stop being a fucking bigot. And
what was it, like letters from Stan or whatever, like in the back of the comics? Like, shut up.
Yeah, it was Stan's soapbox. He was just like, yo, chill the fuck out, yo. Like be good to people, right? And also, this is the character that came up with this is the guy that came up with a character called Stripperella. So I think he would be A-okay with She-Hulk.
Yeah, I did see that. It was like, if picture of Stripperella standing behind Stan Lee, like...
like, come on, yo. Like,
relax. just relax. Don't do that. Stan Lee's dead. You don't know what Stan Lee would think at all. Just, you don't like it. Just say you don't like it. That's okay. Just say you don't like it. Stop trying to put it on somebody else. All right. Next up, let's get into topics.
Ben Kingsley to reprise his role as Trevor Slattery in the Wonder Man series for Disney Plus. The show was first revealed to be in the works back in June. It will focus on the Marvel character Simon Williams, aka Wonder Man. In the comics, Williams is the son of a wealthy industrialist whose company falls on hard times, baby, due to competition from Tony Stark's Industries. Williams then accepts an offer to become an offer from Baron Zemo that gives him iconic superpowers, including super strength and durability. We really need to kind of, this is an editor's note from me, we really need to kind of make up new superpowers.
Nah.
Everybody's got like strength and vulnerability or durability, right? Like
super intelligence. There's so many geniuses.
Everybody's especially in Marvel. Everybody's a fucking genius in Marvel, right? At least DC, they've only got one real genius, right? And he ain't got superpowers. Superman's a dummy, right? Like he's just a tank. Like
that's all
put him and I'll save the day, right? But no, everybody's a fucking genius in Marvel, and I get it, right? You make everybody nerds because fucking nerds read comic books, right? Like
everybody loves algebra. He's like, oh, it's just like me. Shut up. No, he's not.
Right. Why do you think Spider-Man is a fucking dork? And then he gets bit, and then he's just like, oh shit, I'm fucking awesome, man.
You could be too if you went to the gym. Oh,
you could be too if you just let a fucking animal bite you. What?
I think I might have learned the wrong lesson from this book.
Just expose yourself to radiation and you'll be fine.
That's what happened to the Toxic Avenger. It's fucked up.
After fighting the Avengers several times, Wonder Man ultimately joins their ranks. Look, he's Ben Kingsley is returning as Slattery. Look, it's fine. Apparently, the show is intended to be a Hollywood satire. It has been established that Slattery is a failed actor, and Wonder Man has been an actor.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I thought man in the comics. So
yeah, I was going to say, I thought so. I thought he was some sort of. So
we'll see. We'll see. Look, I don't know much about Wonder Man.
I don't know shit about Wonder Man.
I've heard the name, but I'll leave it to you real nerds to school me.
Wasn't Wonder Man at some point like part of him, or like his, I don't know, like his consciousness or something was like put into Vision or something like a part of Vision's creation? I don't know. Wonder Man is a character I don't give a fuck about at all. But I know he's sort of like, him and the essence of him have popped up all over the comics in really weird ways. So it's interesting to see what they even do with Wonder Man, because he feels like we've run out of major characters. Let's give this guy a comic book movie or whatever, or a show.
I've never heard this. What is a Wonder Man?
He wasn't even in Marvel vs. Capcom, Terrence. I know.
He was not. He was not.
No,
and
he
he hasn't been modded into that shit. Nobody knows what the fucking Wonder Man is. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't. What's the audience going to be for this? I feel like they're going to be wasting money, but okay.
I feel like this is probably going to be another Moon Knight, right? Like, I've heard of Moon Knight, and I really didn't. Moon Knight was fine, but it felt like work. And, so, hopefully that's not it. Like, I think Moon Knight took itself a little too seriously. Hopefully this doesn't sound like it will take itself seriously. And I kind of prefer comedies. So I'll give it a shot. You know,
I prefer funny comedies. That's all I'm saying.
So just a quick search. Wonder Man remains in suspended animation for years, and it's during this period that Ultron, the evil robot creation of Hank Pym, steals his brain patterns recorded by the Avengers and uses as a template for the synthezoid Vision. Okay, I knew there was some like weirdo connection between those two characters. Okay, I doubt any of that actually happens in the MCU, but that apparently is a thing. Wonder Man, what a universally boring name. Okay, sure, all right. Whatever. Next up.
Girl, you know it's true. Ooh, ooh, ooh. A Milli Vanilli biopic is coming.
Excuse me, it's girl, you know it's, girl, you know it's, girl, you know it's, girl, you know it's. Please turn that off. Please turn that off. Our careers are ruined.
Yeah. A Milli Vanilli biopic is coming. Look.
Is this going to be a movie or like Lifetime?
Nah, this needs to be. It's got to be Tubi, right? Like it has to be.
It's got to be all black, all BLK. No, I don't want this. I don't want a Milli Vanilli biopic. These niggas are frauds. Like, let's not praise.
That's
praise
fucked up.
mediocrity.
That's fucked up.
Let's not praise this. Like,
this is good casting, though. This is good casting.
Yeah, the casting is fucking spot on.
Yeah, it's good. It's pretty good casting. Look. All right. For one, let's not pretend. Yes, they were frauds. One of the great all-time frauds, right? But everybody fucked with at least one Milli Vanilli song. Like everybody
won a Grammy for Best New Artist. That's hilarious.
It's really super funny. It's super funny. Like, do people not know the Milli Vanilli story? Like, do they not? I feel like young people might not know who the fuck Milli Vanilli is.
I mean, they might not.
Behind the music. Oh, that was like 25 years ago. Never mind. Yeah.
So, Milli Vanilli was a very popular pop duo, and they got busted on like a live performance lip singing because two other people sung all their songs. Like, they didn't know how to sing at all. So they just got found out. How they got as far as they did with quite literally winning a Grammy for Best New Artist is amazing. I don't know how the fuck they possibly pulled that off, but they did. And then the one guy killed himself after that.
Well, that was years later, right?
I thought it was like soon after, or like maybe just a couple years after.
Yo, so. This girl, you know, is true video is fucking wild. Man.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. They couldn't dance either. Like,
oh man. Look, I'm
they did a chest bump in the middle of the video. You gotta relax. You niggas gotta relax. That's wild.
Look, these two dudes, I'm not gonna butcher their names. But they do look like they do look like Milli and Vanilli.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is for me. Again,
Your wife is 100% going to watch this. Yes, she is.
Probably. She's going to watch it by her goddamn self. I don't want to give these two dudes any type of shine. Like I understand one of them died. I'm sorry for that.
They killed himself actually.
Yeah, but nah, it was a lie. I was deceived. And that were people. And that were people who have no interaction with trans people, but feel like they've been deceived. I've been deceived,
bamboozled. Like, no, you haven't.
The fuck? Who deceived you?
Relax, J.K. Rowling. Like, relax.
Yeah, chill out, man. Who else would you want to see a musical bio? Is that the new thing now? Musical biopics?
It's been a thing for a while. I feel like that they're easy money grabs, right? Like, isn't what's the channel that does all the black R&B ones? They're like, here's a Brandy one, or here's a fucking New Edition one. They're all bad. Like, they're all
Lifetime,
terrible.
right? Isn't it Lifetime?
Is it Lifetime?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Is it only musicians that like have died?
No. Like, they do like New Edition and shit like that.
They did the Bobby Brown story.
Wait, Brown's alive?
I had to think about it for a second. I was like,
I was like,
nah, he's still alive.
I saw I didn't see it, but I started watching Power Book 2 with the little nigga. What's his name? The crazy nigga on that. What's her name's son? Mary J. Blige, her son in that show. You've seen the show, right?
No.
You haven't seen
no, because it stars the motherfucker that I don't like. It stars the dude that I don't like. Fuck that kid.
He's like
he's a man.
That nigga got his sister killed, yo. That nigga got his sister killed. Fuck him.
Nah, I don't know why we're supposed to be rooting for that nigga. But anyway, her the dude that plays like I honestly don't. Because he always seems to get out of like sticky situations. Like he should be dead 10 times over in this show. It's really weird. Why is he a genius? Is he supposed to be a fucking genius or something?
Is he the new Spider-Man?
he might as fucking well be.
No. I have to edit that shit out.
Nah,
I don't want
hire him. That's Miles. That's Miles right there.
Oh wow! No.
How mad would you be? Oof.
But the dude that plays her son played Bobby Brown. In that, was it Lifetime or I think that was a BET movie. No, I think so. I think that was BET. Was that BET?
I saw the New Edition one. The New Edition one I think was BET because I don't know what channel Lifetime is, and I did see the New Edition one.
I think.
I'm not watching any of these. I'm not watching any of these.
Well,
I'm trying to think. I don't have a problem with New Edition, but I definitely am not watching them. Well, would I watch a Milli Vanilli by? It would have to be on a streaming service I have. I'm not. If it's not on like the main 3 or 4, I'm not watching it. If it's on any channel other than that.
There's no way you're watching this because you lived through it and it's
I already know what happened.
And it's not an interesting enough story. Like, there's a death in it, but it's a sad death, right? Like, it's not. And scandalous.
I don't even want that. I just want to see the part where they run off stage embarrassed. Like, that's it.
It's like, well, that's enough for me.
It was like watching that. It was like watching that Jackson's like biopic and just waiting for the Michael Jackson to get his hair caught on fire.
No, see, but I didn't know that at the time. Oh, no, nigga, that came as a huge surprise to me. I was like, "Oh, Michael, what'd they do to you?" Nigga, that movie, that Jackson Family movie is amazing.
I love that movie. That series. It's great. Jackson American Dream.
Yeah, the American Dream. That's a good ass series. That might be one to do, like, because that's like a 2-parter. Because it's like 4 hours long or some shit like that. It's mad long.
This doesn't seem like it's going to be interesting or good. I don't know.
Probably not.
Hogan.
Look, it was a very light week for news, so this is the best I could find.
The Whitney Houston one, I didn't watch just because, like, I love Whitney Houston, and I don't want to see that fall from grace. Ooh, and also, nobody can be Whitney Houston. You know what I mean?
Who played Whitney Houston?
Whoever it was, they didn't do a good enough job.
I saw a clip the other day of Whitney Houston fucking around singing. Like, she was in front of like Pavarotti.
Yeah, I saw that clip.
I was like
joking and blew them niggas out the water.
Yeah, Pavarotti was like,
wow.
Excuse me? Like, yo, okay. You want to be one of the 3 tenors? Like, come on over. It was kind of amazing. She's super talented, man. Look. Cracks black, I guess. Good God. Please don't use drugs. She fucked her whole life up.
Oh, Yaya DaCosta played Whitney Houston.
Yaya, all right. She's pretty. I mean, probably not the best actress, but she certainly looks very nice.
Good to look at. And then that Aaliyah one came out on.
That one was supposed to be a super bag of trash. I remember niggas just going in on that shit.
Upsetting.
Like, people hated it. They hated it.
Again, I like Aaliyah. I feel bad for Aaliyah, especially now. You know what I mean? Like she was a fucking. She got. It was sad, yo. It was sad.
Yeah, this casting, by the way, of her as Whitney Houston, Yaya DaCosta, is pretty good. I don't like this dude that they picked for Bobby Brown. I'm not a fan of that choice at all. That's terrible.
There's another Whitney Houston biopic coming out called "I Want to Dance with Somebody," starring Naomi Ackie, Akie, as Whitney Houston.
That woman's face is very different than Whitney Houston's face.
She was in Star Wars.
She was the random black woman in that?
She was the random black woman that might have been the illegitimate child of
Lando.
Lando.
Or he was trying to fuck her because the dialogue was weird. It was weird. Well, why don't we find out? Why don't we just rob these niggas? Like it was weird. It was just weird.
Why don't we go? You ever been to a mattress store? We got a lot of money in the safe.
I was in that movie, yo. Oh, what's your?
She does not look like her at all.
No, she really doesn't. Oh, what's your scam? Oh, we're gonna rob these niggas. Like, yo, that's not all right. That's not even a plan, yo. You just stealing. That's a night. What was that fucking car he was driving? Is that a Bentley? Well, good for you.
Fucking ridiculous.
Oh man, that movie was amazing. Holy shit! Was it The Man in 3D? Yeah.
Yep.
That shit was a classic.
Oh my god!
All right, next up. Carl Weber, you need to do more movies, man. Start with the series. You need to do more movies.
Yeah, start with this series bullshit, man. We would love to promote your work, but you need to do movies. Squid Game star Lee Jung-jae has landed his first major Hollywood role by nabbing a lead part in Lucasfilm and Disney Plus's Star Wars The Acolyte. Lee Jung-jae is the main dude from Squid Game.
Yep.
All right, good for him. Filming is expected to start in November, with cameras rolling through next May. That's all the details we have for now, but it's no secret that the show will take us back to a period known as the High Republic era, which will be interesting. The High Republic era, at least from what I understand through a couple of the books I read, Jedi are just kind of walking around like they are at like the height of their powers, and it's interesting. I'm very curious to see what this is. Apparently, it's a mystery thriller.
Yeah, it says The Acolyte is a mystery thriller that takes viewers into the galaxy of the shadowy secrets and emerging dark side powers in the final days of the High Republic era. And in the Star Wars universe, an acolyte typically refers to those with Force abilities who learn from the experienced Sith Lord. Okay. Cool. I'm excited that we're getting something away from the main Star Wars story. Like, put us there so that people can stop bitching and complaining about some headcanon that they have. Like, just do something new. Just do something totally
I'm just bitching and complaining about new headcanon because there's
that's fine.
Yeah. No, it's not. Stop bitching and complaining.
Well, fair enough.
But we'll see. Yeah, good for this dude, man.
Yeah. You think he's a good actor?
I mean, it's really difficult for me. It's really difficult for me to discern acting ability when watching a foreign film because I don't know the language, and I'm reading it. And stereotypes exist for a reason, right? Like Asian people have this stereotype that, like, even when they're just trying to say like the most mundane thing, they say it at 11. You know what I mean? And it's just like, hey, how you doing?
Again, don't ever make fun of me for doing a failed yet light Latin accent.
I mean, I'm just trying.
I don't know what that Japanese gibberish you just did, but I'm offended. I'm offended for somebody.
That was anime. That was anime. That sounds right, like to me. Yeah. That's what every anime sounds like to me.
That's all anime.
Every line.
That's why I watch dubbed, so I don't have to hear that. I'm American. I'd like to hear it in my native ear, please. Thank you. I think it's cool that this guy's getting it. I don't know. I'm of the same mindset. I don't know if he's a good actor or not. I do know Squid Game up until the last episode was pretty great. And even the last episode was good, but the explanation I did not care for. So, but I am looking forward to season 2 of that. So that was
going to be a season 2?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, there's going to be a season 2.
The thing about Squid Game is, like, how are you going to do a season 2? Like, I'm interested to see what game do you do, some rehash of some of the other old games, or do you go all completely new, right? And like, because they're simple children's games. Like, that's what makes the shit fucked up. So it'll be interesting to see exactly what they pull off in season 2.
They got to be new games, and they'll probably, some of them will probably be like different games culturally, right? Like the final game was the actual Squid Game was a game that apparently people over there played. But it's got to be like, and even if it's not traditional children's games, it's got to be games that like, it's got to be games that are like simple to comprehend.
Right.
So
maybe they
silly.
Yeah, maybe they was like, all right, we're gonna pick up a German game here. We're gonna pick up a French game here for kids and stuff like that. Maybe that's a way to keep it, kind of keep it new.
Yeah, like one of the games was cutting cookies in a certain
right.
way. Like, what kind of game is that? Like, what? Huh? Is that a game?
Seems like
feels like sweatshop work, man. Like,
use your small hands to get this done. Hurry up.
Right.
Now you're gonna make fucking Yeezys for $3 an hour. Next up, Japan's Toho production company to produce House of Ninjas, a modern-day action drama series for Netflix. Look, I chose the story because it's got the word ninja in the title, I'll be honest. It's like, I'm going to watch that. It's a House of Ninjas? Are you serious? Like, hell yeah. Set in modern-day Japan, House of Ninjas tells the story of the Tawara family, the last ninja clan. Immediately sold. It had abandoned its roots after an incident in the past, but now the family must take on the greatest crisis in Japanese history, one that threatens to shake the nation to its core.
So you mean to tell me that this isn't just like Big Brother with ninjas?
That would be kind of like a live, like an actual.
I would watch the shit out of that. I mean, I'm gonna watch this. Because this sounds interesting. But like Big Brother with ninjas, like they all trying to backstab each other and shit.
I mean,
literally.
It says Dave Boyle will be directing the unique series fusing spy elements of ninjas taking on top secret missions with family drama about a group of colorful family members. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that.
Right, like,
watch that.
Like, it's a whole family of ninjas going on missions and shit. Yeah, what the fuck? Like, just call it. Yeah, just call it first thing in Jay's queue. Like, just that's all you need to call it. Like, fuck, come on, that's awesome. The only way they could fuck it up is if they put all white people in it. But like, everyone seems to be pretty Japanese, so that's good. Good, great, grand. But Netflix has announced this and other moves to deepen their roots in Japan. In March, it announced that it has signed a long-term lease with a studio space in Tokyo to be used for local productions. In September of last year, it set up a creators lounge complete with an artist in residence, intended to embed further into animation. And in October 2021, it unveiled content packs with Tokyo Broadcasting System and Nippon TV, the owners of Hulu Japan. So just like this, Squid Game was a big push into sort of Korean dramas, which they need more of because Korean dramas are incredibly popular around the world because they're excellent. It looks like they're trying to jump down and get some good live action dramas from Japan. Okay. Yeah, I'm all in. That sounds great. Netflix needs they need to inject something a little bit more foreign, and they need more big hits like Squid Game. Like, Squid Game was a fucking phenomenon. Like, it really was. So this only bodes well for them. All right. Major MCU casting rumors ahead of D23. This is kind of a really big deal. Look, D23 is Friday, Saturday, and I believe Sunday, coming up. So any or all of this will be confirmed. But these are the things that people are talking about as big rumors. Obviously, Mike is hearing about this for the first time since he didn't read the docket ahead of time. Just throw your ass under the bus. So actors joining the MCU for Phase 5. John Boyega, Henry Cavill, Jodie Comer, Daisy Edgar Jones, John Krasinski, Giancarlo Esposito, and Denzel Washington.
How do you pronounce that last name?
Esposito. Okay. Washington.
All right.
Washington.
No. I just wanted to. I thought I heard you say Esposito.
No, I definitely did not say a D. No.
Really?
I mean,
really, Terry? Really, Terry?
You can run the tape back. I didn't say a D. I might have mispronounced it, but I definitely did not say it with a D.
Do it.
Fine, I will.
Do it.
I will add. I will clip this out, and then I will put that back in over top of it. Go fuck yourself. Yeah, this. I'm gonna stab you when I see you.
You're gonna throw me under the bus. I'm gonna throw your ass under the bus.
That's okay.
That bus is gonna be going, and that bus is gonna be going full bore.
Oh yes, thank you very much. Anyway, who do you think these characters are? I mean, I think it's pretty obvious who Giancarlo and Denzel are likely to be. What about John Boyega? Michael, you had a pretty good guess.
The rumor, the fan casting is that John Boyega would be Cyclops, that Giancarlo Esposito would be, and Denzel Washington. So Denzel Washington would either be Blue Marvel, or Giancarlo Esposito and Denzel Washington would be Professor X and Magneto. No word on who would be who. I think Esposito should be Professor X. I almost said Malcolm X. Professor X and Washington should be Magneto. Look, I feel like Denzel Washington could be a really good Magneto.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, if the two of them are playing those two characters, I can already tell you as Denzel's gonna be Magneto. Why? Denzel ain't shaving his head again. He done with that. Like, fuck out of here. Did it once. I'm over it. It just feels like it would make more sense to have Washington as Magneto. Like, it just does.
Yeah.
Those conversations between the two of them would be wild.
A Denzel Washington Magneto. Jesus Christ. That's gonna be the funniest thing on film, man.
Yeah, it really would. Though.
Like, really I can't imagine it. I can't. Like, I thought it was very silly watching him in Macbeth. The Tragedy of Macbeth. That shit was hilarious. It was like, I'm like, yo, this is weird. Him playing Magneto
from Brooklyn.
I don't see it, but you know what? I'm fine with it.
I feel like those conversations between the two of them is where that casting is going to be pretty powerful, right? Like, you can't replace Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen with like just two jobber actors. Like, you have to, those two roles have to be given to two people who are kind of top of their game. I don't know, man. I think that's like, that would be a lot of fun to see the two of them play off each other. I'm surprised that they would go with two black dudes, to be honest. I'm actually
shocked.
by that.
I'm shocked that that's the rumor. to be quite frank.
Yeah, I am too. I
That's
really
a
am.
wild rumor because I just don't see it. Like people would blow, even if it is those two well-respected, loved actors, people are gonna have a problem with that. 100%. I don't have a problem with it. I think it's hilarious. Like again, like was he gonna slap shit off the table with his mind?
Yes.
Washington?
Yes.
Like he's gonna have that scene, right? And he's not gonna touch the shit that he's gonna knock off the table.
Yeah,
I need
it.
He's gonna knock a car into fucking oblivion.
No, they just give him a paper cup. Like he can't move that, so he's just like,
oh, well, that's true.
when he's locked in the prison,
I don't know.
right? The plastic prison.
The plastic prison.
That was a clever.
Yeah,
idea.
I can't imagine.
I like you had Micah. You had said that you thought John Boyega could possibly be Iron Lad. I thought that was I thought that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, I think now that Kang has been cast, I think John Boyega would he kind of has similar facial features, and Iron Lad is like I can't remember. Iron Lad was like the son of I can't remember. But I think he's a variant of Kang who realizes that he grows up to be Kang, and so he's like, nah, fuck that, I'm gonna be a hero instead. Right. And I think this would be a very good I think it would be a very good casting choice for him.
It's not bad.
And I you get another young hero. Because that's what's going to have to happen. Like I know everyone thinks that like Marvel Studios is like gone downhill or whatever, but like get ready because like all these dudes in their mid 40s and up, like they don't necessarily want to be doing this forever. And you can't get them to do it forever, right? Because then you would complain that you're just recasting someone younger and they're not the old guy, right? So their idea is, okay, well, we're going to introduce an influx of younger heroes. And I don't know, man. I think he would be pretty good. I think that would work. Judy Comer is rumored to be Sue Storm.
Today I found out she's 29. I thought she was 39.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, doesn't she seem a little old? He was like, she's 29. I'm like, 29? Is she? Like, in that image, she looks young. But, like, on Killing Eve, she does not look 29.
I think it's because in Killing Eve, like, everyone is so much older than her.
It must be that.
She's kind of is aged up a bit because she doesn't look like she's not 30 in Killing Eve, right? Like,
yeah, it's crazy.
But she does look young in Free Guy. Right, she does look like she's in her.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
In her late 20s and Free Guy. So, look, I think this actor. I am in love with Jodie Comer. I think she's a pretty decent actress. And I feel like she can. I'm so curious how they're going to do this Fantastic Four stuff. I'm super curious. They're not going to do it the way I want it done.
Which is.
So I want
you without your pants on the whole time.
I want the relationship. I want the age gap between Sue and Reed to be slightly problematic. Like 10 years. I want it to be 10 years because like Reed Richards is not a good dude. He's just he's not. And this isn't.
Is that the reason you just want to be like, this guy's a creep?
I mean, but he kind of is, yo. Like he kind of is. Like he's so obsessed with work and he doesn't care about his family.
Well, Micah, John Krasinski's 42.
Look, I want it to be like Reed. I wanted to be like Reed got into a relationship with a college student as a teacher. And that's why she kind of fell in love with him, right? And she realizes like, oh, maybe he's not like the guy for me, right? Well, not the guy for me, but like she cheats on him with Namor, yo. You know why? Because fucking Namor is a beefcake, and this dude's always working, not paying attention to her. Like, of course she's gonna wander around, right? Like, it's their relationship is contentious. I want the relationship with his family to be contentious, but like when push comes to shove, like we come together as the four, because that's what the fuck we do. I want Johnny to be whatever age Tom Holland's Peter Parker is.
Yeah.
Right?
18,
because
I guess.
they should be, right, I guess 18. So that's another huge age difference, right? Like,
yeah.
I want them to be around the same age so they can like hang out, right? And be friends and shit. I want Ben to be just as old as Reed, right? And I want him to be Jewish. Like,
yeah.
Like I feel like he needs to be Jewish. Right?
I think it's kind of important. It's super important.
Yeah, man. Like, cause like, and the thing has got to be, now look, I have no doubt that they're gonna do right by the Thing, right? The Thing is the mascot character, right? He's what everybo's there to see, right? And
they can't fuck it up. The rest of the versions have been pretty fucking bad.
Yeah,
Christ, they're horrible.
And look, I like Michael Chiklis as Ben Grimm, but like he just didn't. He looked like he was wearing a sumo suit, right? Like it didn't. The effect took me out of it.
Ugh.
But yeah, man, I don't know. I'll wait and see.
I mean, there's been rumor for a long time. Who knows how true it is? But there's been rumor for a long time that Jason Segel might be Ben Grimm, which is kind of an interesting one. He's a big fucking dork. Like, he's a big dork. I could see him do it. He's also the same age as John Krasinski, quite literally. He's also Jewish. So,
does Jason Segel like? Can Jason Segel be like a tough guy? I don't know. Like Terrence is the Thing, right? Like Terrence is a Ben Grimm. Can Jason Segel be a Ben Grimm? Be a Terrence?
Yo, Terrence did the fucking the Hamilton meme.
But you are, dude. Like you are. Like you're a good dude. You know, you'll go defend people if they need defending, and you ain't got no problem getting into a fight. Like,
okay, that part's true.
I haven't been in a fight forever, though.
Yeah, you haven't been in a fight forever because you haven't had to be in a fight forever.
That's true.
Like it was like Ben Grimm is a true blue friend, man, and that's why Reed is so part of the reason why Reed is so obsessed, because he's trying to, like, he knows that like Ben, this true blue friend, like, he got dicked over in this whole we got cosmic power shit, and Reed feels guilty, and he's trying to fix that shit. And like, there's I can't wait for this movie. I can't wait for the family dynamic. I can't wait for the tension. I can't wait for it. I can't wait for the coming together. You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us, right? I can't wait for that shit, right?
That is not a great scene. But
I love it.
I agree with you. Like, I think that's where, just like with Spider-Man, where everyone's like, well, we've already seen everything you could do with Spider-Man. And then Marvel was like, no, you haven't. Like, you haven't. Like, even in the design, right? With like the emotional eyes and stuff like that were more comic booky. I think that the heart of why the Fantastic Four movies have not worked well, or they haven't worked for many, many reasons. It was bad writing, but the thing that Marvel can do is to actually make that family dynamic like the center point of why those characters exist, right? I don't know. I don't know if Jason Segel could pull it off. Like, I feel like he might be able to. Like, to me, it all matters if those four actors like really get along, right? Like, if they truly do get along, you could pull that dynamic that much better, right? Like, if you look at the original Avengers team, like, any like out like interviews and stuff like that, they actually got along. They were actual friends. Like, and it just kind of shows up on screen. So if they can have that actual dynamic off screen, that would be dope. Like it
So I
would be very
kind of
cool.
want somebody who's like real New York. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like obnoxiously New York to play Ben Grimm.
To play Ben
You know what I
Grimm.
mean? Yeah, man. Like you know how people from New York got like that toughness that like I'm from New York. What the like
Yeah.
that's their answer to everything. Like
Yeah, it's obnoxious.
yeah, like I right. Like I want somebody like from the Bronx. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I don't know. Remember when Michael Clark Duncan played the Kingpin, and he was like, "I'm from the Bronx, Wesley. I know how to fight." Like nigga, shut the fuck up. You know how to fight because you know how to fight because you fucking 6'11" and 400 pounds.
Right.
That's why you know how to fight. It's not because you from the Bronx, but he got that attitude. Like that's what Ben Grimm got to have.
Yeah.
What about Ben Foster? He's Jewish, right?
Ben Foster?
He's not from New York.
Ben Foster.
The actor, also born in 1980? Yeah, I could see that. I liked him in Hell and High Water. I could see
that, man. He was
good.
He was in wasn't he in he was in Hustle playing a dickhead.
No, he can't be in this, guys. He was already Angel in X-Men Last Stand. Sorry.
He was.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate for him.
And no one remembers that.
No, they don't. No, they do not.
It's fine. No one remembers that.
I mean, I thought he was great in Hell or High Water. I thought he was.
He's a good actor. He's a great actor. Actually.
Oh, also he was
everything he's in.
Oh yeah, 310 to Yuma. He was fucking dope in that. He was a piece of shit, but he was a great villain in that.
Dominic Lombardozzi from The Wire, the bald white dude from The Wire. That would work, right? He was like that would be like Michael Chiklis 2.0 though.
Yeah, that would be a little too.
Yeah.
Which I didn't mind Michael Chiklis as Ben Grimm. I minded him in that fucking suit.
Yeah, it was just the costume was just bad.
The costume was trash, yo. Like I hated it.
It was like, where's his eyebrows? Like that's an iconic look. They were like, nah, don't worry
That's
about
the look, yo. The eyebrows and the blue eyes, nigga. Like what the fuck? Like, God damn it, Tim Story.
Yeah, they really fucked that one up, pretty bad. But somehow better than the other one, which is crazy.
I still kind of like him though.
Yeah, Henry Cavill. This is a long shot, in my opinion. The talk is that Hyperion is going to show up in what's the group that Hyperion is in?
Squadron Supreme.
Yes, Squadron Supreme. That they're going to show up in Loki season 2, and they're going to kind of play like the same kind of role, but much more extended, obviously. As the Black Order played to Thanos, they're kind of Squadron Supreme is going to kind of play that for Kang. And the talk is that Henry Cavill is being courted to be Hyperion, who eventually becomes a hero. If you don't know, he's kind of the MCU Superman, or the Marvel universe is kind of Superman. It would be a real fuck you to DC. Like it really would be. If he isn't coming back as Superman, why not? Also, people seem to think he's really got a big shot at James Bond. So I don't see him being in the MCU and being Bond at the same time. That feels like one of those things is not true.
How old is Cavill? I mean,
he's got to be young. Yeah, I was gonna say late 30s, early 40s.
Oh yeah, he's actually like the right age.
Yeah, and I don't think he'd be a bad Bond. I feel like he got to like slim down a little bit.
I feel like he would be too much of a distraction at this point. I feel like Henry Cavill would take over the role and not like the role be enveloped by him.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's not a bad point. That's not a bad point. How do you feel about him as Hyperion or anybody else in the MCU?
I think it would be fucking hilarious. I think it would be fucking hysterical if Superman from the DCEU didn't want to be Superman over there anymore and decided to be the knockoff Superman in a Marvel TV show and kill it. Yeah, I would. I think it would be hysterical, and I want to see it. Yeah.
He's got like
an ugly fucking costume.
He's got like a wrestling belt on.
Like a radioactive sign wrestling. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's not the best look.
You go from Superman
He looks
to
like
this.
radioactive man.
Yeah, he looks like the guy who fought Superman in what? Superman 4? Like
if you lose him to this, that's embarrassing, man. So you got to go straight to the fucking drawing board. This is an ugly ass suit.
It's not good. It's not good. I think the Sentry has a better looking costume. Sentry looks kind of dope.
Are these actually like confirmed?
No, these are just big rumors.
Because that shit is just wild. Like, I can't imagine. Nah, I don't know if any of this is true. That'd be crazy if they picked up both of them niggas.
It seems like it shouldn't be true.
Yeah.
It seems like it shouldn't be true because, like, if you click on this person who gave the rumors on you click on their Twitter, right, and you look at their bio, and he's a sports talk podcaster.
Right. So, but it's been I don't know if that person is the original person who did it because I saw a number of tweets. So I don't know, but it's making a lot of rounds. Daisy Edgar Jones, I didn't recognize her at first, but yeah, she starred in the movie with Sebastian Stan called Fresh, which if you haven't watched that on Hulu, you should. It's quite good. She's a pretty good actress. Like, she's really good. I have no idea who she would be. Part of me thinks maybe like a Spider-Woman, perhaps, but I don't know.
I thought Spider-Woman was locked up with Sony, right?
I don't know. Because now
is it the name Spider-Woman or is it one particular Spider-Woman? That's the question.
I don't know. I don't know what
I think everything Spider-Man related is still Sony's, and Sony just lends out Spider-Man Peter Parker only.
Yeah, but I feel like they're not like I think that's true until they decide that they want to get more money. Because there's no way. I don't think they would ever attempt to try to do a Miles Morales movie on their own. I really don't. I just don't see that.
I mean, they did. It's called Into the Spider-Verse.
Them niggas ain't do that shit.
That's all they need. That's all they need to justify doing it.
Don't. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. I have my own personal theories about where that series is going. And I don't think it's going to be stay isolated over at Sony. Because I think they'd fuck it up. I do. Because they've never made.
Yeah, they would probably cast that dude that Terrence was threatening to cast.
The dude from Power Book.
Yeah, from Power Book 2.
Yeah,
that nigga.
Yeah, they probably would. And you know what? Just to make you mad, I would support it. I would 100% support it.
He's not a good actor.
No, he is not.
He's not even a good actor. So it's weird.
Nope.
That's fucked up.
Hate him.
That's fucked up. Question of the week. What are you hoping gets announced at D23 for Marvel, Star Wars, etc.? I'll just read these, Micah. Eric says, I hope we get a Werewolf by Night trailer finally. Maybe, because that's late October, obviously. I don't know. That feels maybe that might be a little too early, but you might hear more casting for that. I hope so because I know some stuff about that. I would love for that to get dropped at D23. T Wash says a Rocket Racer and Night Thrasher team up movie. Stop it. Knock it off. Black dude on a skateboard.
One step closer to what was it? What was the Dwayne McDuffie parody? Like Teenage Negro Ninja Thrashers or some shit like that.
We're almost there.
I'll find it for you. I'll find it for you.
Cam says, I'm hoping for the power hierarchy of the Marvel Cinematic Universe to change, but seriously, I'm hoping for some Fantastic Four casting news and X-Men movie and or show announcements. You think you're getting X-Men stuff? You think you're hearing X-Men announcements?
Maybe a tease at best, right? Yeah. Like you're not getting any casting because
I highly doubt that.
Guess what happens if you get X-Men casting? No one's going to care about Fantastic Four, and Fantastic Four is coming out well before X-Men. So, no, I don't think you were. I don't think you will. You will get any X-Men news, but it's coming. Like I think Marvel knows that everyone wants X-Men, so they're just gonna keep edging and keep edging and keep edging and keep edging until you can't take it anymore, and then all of a sudden, blam! A big ass explosion of jizz.
I really didn't appreciate that, like at all. It's gross. G says, hoping these Henry Cavill and John Boyega rumors are true. Look, I agree. Fingers crossed on that. I hope both of them are true. It would be like, as much as the Cavill thing is a real fuck you to DC, the Boyega thing is a real fuck you to like Star Wars, because he was like, yo, I'm not coming back to that franchise. Like, go fuck yourselves, how you treated me. And then be like, hey, Kevin, I'm going to come over to your, like in the same building. I'm just going to go to the left instead of the right, which would be kind of fun. I'm also hoping those are true. Anthony says, I want some details on these Star Wars movies that are floating out there. The Rian Johnson trilogy, the Taika Waititi one, etc. Yeah, it'd be nice to have something. JP says a full cast of Fantastic Four, anything related to the mutants and X-Men, and maybe some Blade news. Yeah, Blade news would be nice, because that's
it would get Blade news before you get X-Men news. Yeah, you'll get Blade news before you get X-Men news.
Yeah, I my guess is the only X-Men news, if you get any, is an announcement when that movie's coming out. Like, that's it. Like, and like maybe a title.
The only X-Men news you're gonna get, you'll get X-Men news. You'll get X-Men 97 news. That's what you'll get.
Oh, you'll definitely get that. You'll definitely get that. I really don't like the rumor that they're gonna call the X-Men movie The Mutants, because that feels like a dumb idea from a branding perspective. Like, I just cannot imagine they would.
They're not gonna do that.
Like, let's just call it The Mutants. Why? X-Men is a super popular brand. Use it. Like, it doesn't make sense. So there you go. Question of the week.
Also, mutants is like the derogatory term in that world. Like, it's not. It'd be like a movie called The Niggas, right? Like, that's not. All
right, maybe like, is it in the MCU? Because I'd watch that. Like,
The Niggas?
Yeah, in the MCU. Yeah, sure. Starring John Boyega. Like, wow, holy shit! This is a role I did not expect. This guy's really good. What the fuck brought to you by JTD from the Edit This Out podcast. Go check those guys out. Micah, take it away.
There it is. A dumpling flavored soda. Probably this country's worst tasting drink. Well, dumpling. So there's your hint. A beverage company launched a controversial dumpling flavored soda that many are calling the worst soft drink ever created.
Damn. Japan.
Yeah, of course it is. Pan-fried dumplings are a staple of Japanese cuisine, but they are also the inspiration for one of the world's most bizarre refreshments. I can't imagine like drinking carbonated dumpling water.
That's like, disgusting.
That sounds awful.
That's really disgusting, dude. I'm not okay with that at all.
That description just made me gag a little bit.
Upon opening the bottle, you are reportedly hit by a unique smell. You are hit by a unique smell that has been described as a mix of chili oil, vinegar, soy sauce, garlic, and ginger. The smell is so strong that a representative of Nagai Garden recently told Japanese news outlet J.Town, that sounds racist, that he advises people to open the bottle outdoors.
Jesus Christ. And you're going to drink this? No.
Yeah, the people that were creating this, they just wanted to replicate the taste and smell of gyoza as faithfully as possible. Nope. Nah, I'm not drinking dumpling water.
No.
I drank it after a meal and then vomited. Someone else commented. Jesus Christ.
I'm looking at a video of a little kid he opened it and he smelled it. And one of the little kids gagged. He was like, all right, first of all, this little kid, it's two kids, right? The kid that opened it and the kid that's got a mask on. The kid that opened it did something that my wife does that I can't stand. He smelled it, said, "Ooh, this stinks," and then puts it to the other kid's nose.
Yeah, that's marriage. Yeah, that's marriage. Like, that's marriage in a nutshell. You already said it's gross. Why do I want to smell it? What the fuck? I believe you. Right. I believe you. I don't think you're a liar. You keep it.
These kids are.
My wife does that shit all the time.
This video is funny as shit.
Yeah, this video is hilarious. Like, these kids just took one sip. They're gagging, and then this other kid is like, "Nah, you got to try this nasty shit. You got to try this fucking god awful soda."
Well, luckily they're outside when they're opening it.
Nah, I can't imagine.
Also, this kid has the worst fucking haircut I've ever seen.
Who, the kid with the bowl or the kid with the...
Yeah, the kid with the bowl. It's like the bowl was uneven. Like, did the bowl have issues? Like, when they were cutting it? Like, what the fuck?
You just fucking...
That kid almost threw up. Oh, my God. What are you doing?
Like, this is worth going to the show notes just to click on this link and watch this video.
Jesus Christ. That kid was like... He ran off camera. Good. That's what you get. Don't drink your friend's gross dumpling water. Jesus Christ. All right, Terrence, you're up.
Students allegedly tie math teacher to tree, beat him over poor grades.
Wow. East Side High, New Jersey.
It's a fair guess.
Dozens of students at a school are suspected of tying a math teacher and a school clerk to a tree and beating them after a number of them received poor grades on an exam. In a shocking incident that took place last Monday, students of the scheduled of this school in this place lured their math teacher and a school clerk to the school campus under the pretext of discussing their grades. How do you lure a teacher?
Would you like an apple? Would you like an apple?
You lure them to the woods. What the fuck?
Right. That teacher needs to be fired.
Yeah.
No. Of discussing their grades on a recent Class 9 examination, only to tie them to a tree and allegedly beat them. Photos and videos doing the rounds on social media show 3 men tied to a tree with a red rope, dozens of male students roaming around them and carrying thick wooden sticks. This is nuts.
This sounds like some battle royale shit, man.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this entire idea. This sounds terrible.
Fuck? Videos of the incident quickly went viral, and although the beating itself wasn't captured on camera, police investigation found that the victims were indeed physically assaulted by the angry students, and one of them actually gave a statement with a bandage around his head, indicating that he had been hit with a bat. God damn.
A bat?
Yo, what the fuck?
How bad were their grades?
Yo, I don't want to be a teacher.
It seems
like a terrible idea at this point. The students' violent reaction was allegedly triggered by a number of very bad grades that some of them received on their Class 9 math exam. Take a guess where this takes place.
This sounds like
it's China.
I feel like this is somewhere in the Eastern Bloc, right? Like one of them, like Russia, or Romania, or one of them hard ass countries where like there's nothing going on. So for their leisure, they have to lure fucking grown adult to the woods and beat them with sticks.
You're probably right.
Whooping tree. What the fuck? No, it's in India. It's India.
That somehow also makes sense.
Students called us on the pretext of holding a meeting and said their results were spoiled. Suman Kumar told the ANI press it. Yeah. These students tied these niggas up and beat them on a tree.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, that's insane. That's insane. Yeah.
You
got to get your lick back as the teacher, right?
Nah, you fucked them up on that next test, right? You're like,
right.
Everybody gets a 0. Everybody gets a 0.
I'm gonna fucking punch you in your mouth.
Like, as they walk in,
I'm gonna get fired.
Wow. Go sit at your desk.
I'm gonna get fired the next day.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Right. That's fair. My story, woman fights full-grown tiger with bare hands to save 1-year-old son. 25-year-old woman was being hailed as a hero as she reportedly fought a tiger with her bare hands in order to save her 1-year-old toddler. They say a mother's love for a child is like nothing else, apparently. A young woman from a rural area recently proved it, and she paid for it by having massive scratches across her back when the tiger got out of a tiger reserve. It leaped out of the bushes, sunk its teeth into the boy's head, and started dragging him away into the jungle. Completely disregarding her own safety, she attacked the large feline with her bare hands in order to save her son.
God damn.
Yeah, and like she fucking for real saved him.
I feel like a black woman would do this.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say somewhere in Africa.
It's racist, but go ahead. So that's a whole ass continent. You don't have a country.
I mean, not South Africa.
Look, name 5 countries that are not South Africa in Africa. Look at that Baltimore education system.
Egypt, Nigeria, Kenya, Ethiopia. That's 5, right?
Name
Congo.
6. South Congo, East Congo. Like, nigga, if you don't knock it off. Terrence, what do you think?
I said India.
The answer is Terrence is correct.
Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is.
Like, they just got tigers walking around. Like,
they brown. They brown.
Yeah.
Hey, look.
They brown.
That's crazy.
I never showed you pictures. I'll have to see if I can find them. My wife's cousin, he doesn't live in India anymore. He's weirdly moving to Australia. He had a farm that was like next to a nature reserve, and he had like a problem with elephants coming in and like trampling his own farm. It's like, could you not let them do that? But they found baby tigers on their farm. Like, they got left by their mother, and like they brought it in, like they had pictures of it, and it was like, and now we're gonna go put those tigers back before the mother comes back and fucking destroys us. It was like, they have actually like these pictures. I was like, that's insane. Like, I'm gonna go to my farm where tigers and elephants hang out. No, I'm not going there ever.
And he's moving to Australia.
Yeah, he's a computer guy.
Okay.
So right. Out of the frying pan into the fire. Like, what the fuck?
No, that's out of the frying pan into the other frying pan. Like, yeah. No thanks. I'm good. Like, stay in the city limits. like fuck that. Don't go to the outback. Yeah, but this woman she's a hero, man. That's amazing. Like, it's a tiger. It's a tiger.
A fucking tiger.
Yeah, she's lucky she's lucky they both weren't killed. Yeah. So yeah, she started beating on him and screaming until villagers came and tried to hit it with sticks. And then like the tiger was like, all right, I got it. Like, I gotta go. Which is crazy, because he should have just probably killed both of them in normal times. Trailers this week. All Quiet on the Western Front. This is a Netflix movie. It certainly doesn't look like one. I believe this is October 28th is the release date for this one. This is a remake of the very famous 1930s film. And I believe it's also based on a book. It's All Quiet on the Western Front tells the gripping story of a young German soldier on the Western Front of World War I. Paul and his comrades experience firsthand how the initial euphoria of war turns into desperation and fear as they fight for their lives and each other in the trenches. The film, blah blah blah, is directed by yada yada yada. Yeah, I think this looks pretty great. It looks incredibly serious, and it reminds me of 1917 in a lot of ways. So, yeah, okay.
Yes.
Mike, your thoughts?
Yeah, World War I was like, because nobody knew what the fuck was going on, man. Like,
no,
this looks good, man. Like, it looks like Netflix is trying to, Netflix is taking a page out of my book and just trying to buy the best stuff they can in order to get the awards.
Yeah, they're throwing money at this shit.
They're throwing money at the problem. They got a problem. Their problem is they don't have enough awards, so they're throwing money at that problem. And I'm not mad at it. You need stuff like this. All of your selection can't be fucking, 600 grand. And whatever other nonsense. The gray man, right? Like you can't spend all that money on the gray man and not like throw some money at stuff like this.
Yeah.
So,
and Daniel Bruhl is in this too, who plays Baron Zemo for folks who are only see MCU movies. That guy's a really talented fucking actor. Yeah, I think this looks great, and it'll be interesting because I've never seen the original. But it'll be interesting to see it from the German perspective, which is not a perspective you get from war.
This is closed caption. This is not dubbed. So you're gonna read.
It's in German.
Niggas gonna have to read.
Oh, niggas.
Yeah, that's how you know it.
No one's gonna watch it.
Yeah, like. Yeah.
But funnily enough, they'll watch cartoon characters speaking Japanese and read that shit and prefer to read it.
That's a bit weird.
It's very, very odd. Yeah. It's very odd.
Some would almost say hypocritical, to be honest. Yo, standing in trench warfare was crazy for many reasons, but making it to the other side and then just having dudes with flamethrowers burn up everyone in the trench is the most horrifying shit I've ever seen. That is just a real... Are you sure you're also a human being type of shit? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, good Lord.
I'd be tight. I make it all in to get burned up. I'm like, yo, I'm going to haunt you.
If I believed in ghosts, I would agree with you. Yeah, this looks pretty great. But I did watch, someone had posted the a major action sequence of the original 1930s picture. And I watched that. It was, I mean, it's 1930, so it's only but so brutal, but it's pretty brutal, like in the way it's shot and everything else. So if this comes, I mean, this clearly looks much more detailed and likely a better made film. But yeah, this looks pretty wild. So All Quiet on the Western Front. It is in fact October 28th.
Still feels so weird. It still feels so weird seeing something like this obvious prestige picture, right? And then watching the trailer end, right? And then seeing that little red N come up. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
That doesn't make, huh?
Well, same for the next movie. Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery. I guess that's how we're naming these now. Who are all these motherfuckers in this movie? Ed Norton. I don't know who that woman is. Dave Bautista, Catherine Hahn.
Janelle Monáe, Catherine Hahn, Leslie Odom Jr., Jessica Henwick, Madeline Klein, Kate Hudson, and Dave Bautista.
I'm not going to be like, is he smart? I'll be like,
is he smart? Saying is he smart is the dumbest fucking thing ever.
I like Dave Bautista. Like I like that he's trying. Like he's trying to like branch out. Actually, I like that about him.
I appreciate the fact that he takes acting seriously, and he doesn't want to be like he's not afraid to take on roles that don't make him look anything less than a 100% badass. Like he's trying.
I feel like his trajectory is quite literally the opposite of The Rock's, which is just kind of wild.
And yet the Rock has way more money than that dude, right? Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
he
he's
does.
been doing it longer. He's been doing it longer, but he's got like way more successful films financially.
But it's like I weirdly think people actually like to see him in things and are like they're not burnt out on him. You know, like that's. I think people are not burnt out on Dave Bautista, right? Like so.
He doesn't. He doesn't take himself too fucking serious.
Right. Which is
and market himself just to the point of just
annoyance,
nausea. It's annoying. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, don't worry. Before we get to the next trailer, I have a tweet to read you. It is the most obnoxious thing you've ever heard. It's way worse than anything you could possibly think he would say. It's fucking unbelievable. It's a real D-bag move. Look, I think this looks really fun. Really great cast. I like that it's a good location change and everything else. My biggest thing is, and I'm not worried, I want to see how they pull this off because the whole hook of the last movie was that you knew the mystery technically. You knew the mystery up front and then it played out kind of in reverse or, sort of kind of in reverse. I'm interested to see what's the hook in this because you can't copy that again because that'll seem to that's kind of lame. So it'll be interesting to see. Do they just play it straight or do they do some third way thing that's like super interesting?
And I kind of hope they don't just play it straight.
Right.
But I think, but I like Rian Johnson as a director and writer. Most of his movies I just don't have a problem with. Yeah, I'm super curious about this. Like, never did I think that like I would be jonesing for another Knives Out, right? Like, I like Knives Out a lot, but it's also one of those movies that like I can only watch once. So I'm just maybe twice, just kind of see how things kind of fit together. But I've been like, I like movies like this, but I've been kind of burned on the past couple of mysteries because they've been the Hercule Poirot movies.
Ugh.
And those movies aren't the Death on the Nile and Murder on the Orient Express.
Was it Agatha Christie novels, right?
Those are Agatha Christie novels, yeah. But the character's name is Hercule Poirot or some shit like that. He's a big old Frenchie.
Is that him? What the fuck? Okay.
And I've been kind of burnt on those just because like they're fine, but like I don't know. After seeing Knives Out felt fresh. And
well, those are from like the 1930s. Like those books were written like mad long ago, so it's kind of like real straightforward mysteries.
But like, yeah, I guess. Like,
yeah.
Like Death on the Nile, like the person who you thought the killer, the person who died, you knew was going to die, and the killer, you knew who the killer was, and it just wasn't. I don't know, wasn't that great?
Wasn't that starring your girl? Like, wasn't she in it? Kal-El, tell them who you are. Like, wasn't she in that?
Yeah. Good, I'm going to die on the Nile. Like,
please don't take your knives out. Like, we got it. This is really great acting. Holy shit! Is she the one who dies?
They got her. Yeah, of course. Like, they got her the fuck out of that movie.
Stab. Go. Just lay there for a second. You're a bad actor. All right, let's get to it. Second trailer for Black Adam starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. But first, before we get there, I'd like to read a quote from Dwayne. Everybody knows Black Adam has two weaknesses: lightning and the death of a famous monarch. My condolences to the royal family during this difficult time. New Black Adam trailer today at 5 p.m. Pacific time.
What the fuck? No, he didn't say that. Nah, fuck out of here, nigga. No, I don't believe you. So I'm going to go ahead and look into it.
Look it up. All right, look.
That can't be, yo.
I hope it is real. I hope it is real.
There's no fucking way.
It can't be real.
There's no way. No. Is he on Twitter?
He's on Twitter. He's at The Rock.
Of course. It's a marketing tool.
Jesus Christ. Everything is about fucking.
There's no fucking way he said that. I don't believe you. I don't see that.
Come on. Please be real.
I don't think that's true. I don't think it's real.
All right, somebody fucked around. Damn it! I was hoping that was.
I think you're.
There's no way.
That would be a wild tweet.
Or was that an Instagram? Oh, so it was.
No, this looks like it's supposed to be a tweet. That looks like
he did say something, right? He did say something. I'm looking at his Twitter now. He did say something.
Where? I don't even see.
On Twitter. He's at the gym, right? He's at the gym.
Oh, of course he
is. And he's in the middle of a workout. And he's got an LA Rams shirt on for some reason. And like, nigga, you starting a football league, yo. Like, maybe wear an XFL shirt. All right.
Is that really happening? Is that still a thing?
Yeah.
I know he bought.
It's gonna be like a farm. It's gonna be like a farm league for the NFL.
Oh, that's a big money maker. Okay, that makes a lot of sense for him then. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not even mad at that. That's actually a pretty smart idea.
It's actually very smart. Like, look, ain't nobody say he's not smart when it comes to making money, right?
No.
That's why he's worth fucking $500 million.
So wait. So Vince McMahon had a whole football league, and all he could think to do was like, well, we got the one guy. He hate me. Like, that's the only nigga who made it to the NFL, right? The only one.
I don't even think he made it to the NFL, yo. I think back
the tryouts.
That was the first run of the XFL, and that's when like people weren't really feeling it. So he decided to inject all his carny bullshit into it. Like, instead of a kickoff, they had a scrum, which was just like this is the name of the game. Okay, I'm not being an asshole.
Yeah,
they play smear the queer basically. And they sat the ball on like the 50-yard line, and then the two teams just had to run into each other to get it instead of having a kickoff. And then they had like storylines where like some of the cheerleaders were getting
like
with
fucking the players. I remember that. It was such nonsense.
What the fuck are you doing, yo?
Yeah, that guy, Rod Smart, aka He Hate Me. He played for the Las Vegas Outlaws at first.
Arena?
No, that was an XFL team. That was XFL. He was originally signed by the San Diego Chargers of the NFL as an undrafted free agent in 2000. So, yeah, he then he went to after the XFL, he went to the Eagles, and then he did a couple seasons with the Carolina Panthers.
All right,
there you go.
One fucking player.
Oh, and he played for the Raiders too.
Fucking music playing in the background. I'm watching this fucking
because he doesn't
video
really care. Because he doesn't really care.
Nah, y'all.
It's like country music.
Nah, as far as I'm concerned, that tweet is headcanon. Like new Black Adam trailer.
That's insane.
Like, sorry, Queen. New Black Adam trailer, 5 p.m. Pacific time. Like, oh, who cares?
He's talking about like her death and then how his father died in 2019. So he still made it about himself. Oh, this is weird.
I don't know.
It's fucking strange.
I don't care if that old lady died or not. I just don't care. She's 1,000 years old.
I mean, like, it was bound to happen any moment, right? Like, she was in her 90s. She had
COVID.
Yeah, yo, like
at 96 years old. Like,
yeah, I don't care enough to send condolences, and I don't care enough to be like, fuck that bitch, and she deserves it. Somebody on my timeline said one bigot from a bigoted family just died. I'm like, all right.
Y'all got a lot of fucking energy for a 97-year-old old British lady who lives in a special castle. Like, who cares? You know? Oh, she died? Who gives a fuck? I don't care. Oh no. Yeah. Meghan Markle's out there tap dancing, and I'm happy for her. Like, that's enough for me. All right, so let's talk about Black Adam trailer 2. In my opinion, it's a much better trailer than the first one.
It is. It actually makes this movie like it gives you a sense of what this movie is.
Yeah.
Which is usually what happens with a second trailer, right? Like the
like
first
the story
trailer is just
trailer,
like
right?
a tease. Yeah, the second trailer is the story, and then the third trailer is just like, yo, you really need to come see our movie.
Yeah.
This is a better looking trailer. It makes it feel like it's a Justice Society movie.
Yeah, it does.
Not just a Black Adam movie.
Yeah, it does.
Look, I've been reading people's opinions via comments on Facebook, and people are super excited for. Like, one person literally said, "I had zero interest in this movie until I found out that it's a Justice Society movie." And look, I'll give you your props, Jay. You fucking called that shit, right? Like, you said that everyone is going to be super excited to see the J.S.A. and nobody's really going to give a shit about Black Adam. I'm sure there are people who care about Black Adam, but like, yeah, this trailer makes this movie seem like it's a Justice Society movie. Yeah. It's basically like if the DCEU redid Justice League, right? Like, you got all the members of the Justice League, and then they're trying to get Superman to join their ranks, right? Like, that's kind of what happened in Justice League. It just looks like this one is doing it better. Apparently, like, Dr. Fate is like hot shit amongst the DC community. Everybody is loving what Pierce Brosnan is doing with Dr. Fate. Everyone thinks Dr. Fate looks badass, yo. Like, I just don't know about these characters, but like, I like Pierce Brosnan, and yeah, this is a much better looking trailer. This is a much better looking trailer. Like, I might have to watch this on a grader.
What do you think, Terrence?
It's way better than the first trailer. The talky parts, the dialogue sounds fucking terrible. Like the action sequence,
talking parts are fucking terrible.
That's about it. That's like, it looks fine, but like, yeah, whoever wrote it, yeah, they didn't.
I think it's the same. I think it's the same team as Jungle Cruise. I think so.
That makes sense.
Did you see Jungle Cruise?
Jungle Cruise was fucking terrible.
I saw parts of Jungle Cruise.
I don't really care for Jungle Cruise that much.
Yeah, neither did I.
Yeah, neither did I.
I did not. No, it looks good. It looks good. Go to the movie, pay money to go to the theater to see it. Good. The Rock is getting on my fucking nerves. So no. It looks fine.
This looks
like it looks like one of the better DC movies.
100%.
After this trailer, yeah, it looks like one of the best DCEU movies. Is it going to change the hierarchy of power?
No.
Who knows?
No, I don't.
That nigga is willing that shit into existence.
Like, now that I see this trailer, it's going to make a lot of money.
Oh, it's going to make $1 billion.
It will.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to make $1 billion. I don't know about $1 billion, but it's going to make a pretty solid amount of money.
I mean, here's my thing. Like, I actually like that the color palette is like pretty turned up. That makes it feel just fun. Like, it actually makes it feel fun. The J.S.A. is clearly, they have clearly done their marketing research, and they're like, we need to cut a trailer that shows those guys off, because they were clearly a lot of comments and fan favorite kind of shit when they popped up in that first little teaser trailer. While Black Adam talks a lot in this, most of the footage, I mean, it might be 50-50 between the J.S.A. and him in this trailer, which is kind of interesting. But again, I think that's a smart calculation on whoever cut this trailer's part. I don't know how that'll work out in the actual movie. You know, that remains to be seen. I think it's kind of cool that Amanda Waller is in this, and that's a consistent thing, which means Peacemaker and Suicide Squad are canon, which is good. Because those are kind of the best thing they've done in years. Look, if this turns out to be better than Justice League, that's going to be fucking hilarious.
Oh, it'll be better than Justice League.
Which version?
Both of them.
It'll be better than Justice League. No doubt it'll be better than Justice League.
Certainly the first one. The other thing that I I'm kind of interested in is, like, I like that the one thing they kept from the Snyder verse or whatever is how superpowered beings move, right? Like, they do
that fight sequence, or not the fight, him beating the shit out of those people, that super speed shit.
Yeah.
It looked just like out of Man of Steel.
Right. And they kept that. I'm glad they kept that, because that's a thing that DC does that Marvel doesn't do, and it's like, it's their own thing, and I actually like it. I think it looks pretty cool. But there doesn't seem to be any indication of anything else from the DCEU that is any of the Snyder shit. None of that is being referenced or anything. Like, so that's kind of telling, that I think they're just like, yeah, the J.S.A. is going to be like, we're going to like Suicide Squad and then forward. It seems to be kind of what they're trying to do. So we'll see. All right.
Yeah, I think this is the best thing you could probably do, is surround The Rock with like actors that of varying quality, right?
Right.
That anchored by Pierce Brosnan, who is like a legit, like, really good actor. Look, I'm interested in seeing it now.
That's a pretty good
on a screener. I'm interested in seeing it on a screen. I ain't trying to pay for this. This ain't like, you know, pull out my credit card worthy yet.
No. No, it is not. This is a solid. Oh, how many days? 45? You got it. All right. I'll see you on stream. No problem. But
this ain't even a countdown to 45 days. This is like, oh, what a pleasant surprise.
Oh shit, is it on streaming? That's crazy. Was it on Discovery? I'm gonna watch 2 episodes of My 600-Pound Neighbor, and then I'm gonna watch Black Adam. Right?
Wait, what would this be on? HBO Max?
Yeah.
WB? Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah. So there you go. You're welcome.
Yeah, I was surprised that I was actually like, wow, this looks better than I expected.
Yeah, look, low bar, man. Low bar. Just fucking bury that shit under the ground. All right, that's it for us. We will see you guys next week.
See you.
Take it easy.
Remember, Black Adam trailer, 5 p.m. Eastern time. Don't forget about the Queen or whatever. Feel sad. All right, later.